What is going on? I'm zmoT, War Factory Day, but first I wanted to get into a little bit of some details. Now, a lot of you guessed the release date on my sneak peek number 1. You've been taking part in these polls, and I figured I'd show you one of the results. So 29 guesses so far. Many of you have been wrong. The update is next week. It is probably maybe the June 25th is your best bet as far as the people who made a guess here. Otherwise, you're going to have to wait till July if you want to win. So, not this week, but yes, the Mega Crab will happen on June 29th. No problems about that. So, for those of you who guessed June 25th, you are our best bet, the best horses we have in that race. Moving right along, if you have not touched your resource boat, you are going to be laughing when it comes to the brick update. You probably have somewhere in the neighborhood of 4 million gold in there now, and with at least 5 more days, I mean, they're not going to put the update on Sunday, so it's going to be June 25th at the very earliest. You should have enough gold for brick. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, check the card. It will explain everything you ever need. But now that we've got that housekeeping out of the way, let's have a look at War Factory, loading up Everspark in anticipation. What have we got here? Kinda neat. Let's see how much health are on these. So, you low levels will not be able to BART out 6 shield gens with 75,000 health. It's just not going to happen. So we're going to have to either go right, probably with Rifle Zooka, or we're going to have to go left, probably with Grenadiers-ish. The boom cannons will be a bit of a problem, but you probably want to go left with Grens if you're a max level player as well, because there's no grapplers that should be bothering you if you go left, so just have to deal with that doom cannon. But we're going to go right. I'm going to probably universal remote the things that need remoting, and then we'll carry on. These lasers right in here are going to be a problem, but we'll deal with those later on. We've got cheap shocks, so I think we should be able to get a whole bunch of stuff done even without. So, you know what? Let's actually... I'm going to actually load some rifles. We're going to use all of our... I'm not going to waste any GBE attacks this time, I don't think. We'll just go straight into it. 2 boats of rifles. 2/5 is a pretty good combo. We're just going to drop Everspark right into here with no flares. Assuming I can actually get her to drop. And then if we push the button, she should, automatically select the one thing we need. We will stagger our smokes off to the side a little bit. Remember, she does use her remote a little bit slower. Uh-oh, get back under there. Oh no, get back under the thing. Oh, wow. So, I pushed the button and was not ready to flare, and there's no defenses in range, but we managed to sort of save it-ish. Not terribly great, but at least it wasn't a complete fail. So we got 2 of the primary defenses down, and now I'm going to drop a smoke right in here just to make sure that we don't trigger any of those right-hand side lasers. I don't think we really should, but let's just get clearing. We'll get a whole bunch of GBE. And I'm going to get over into this corner a little bit. We're going to lose some troops here. Not a big deal, but I just want to get all sorts of GBE rocking and rolling on those lasers because we really do need them gone at some point soon. We do have cheap shocks, however, so I'm going to start taking advantage of those, because otherwise we're going to start getting absolutely roasted by those lasers that we have not managed to take out. So you might choose to just use cheap shocks and not use any of your GBE on them. I'm just going to push into here. Now, obviously this push would have worked far better if that shock launcher was down as I originally planned, but not the worst attack. I mean, we lost a whole bunch of troops. We got 2 of the primary defenses down, and we got some of these lasers down to reasonable health. I mean, that was fairly bad, to be honest. So be careful when you use that universal remote. Your Everspark is going to start walking, and bad things may just happen. So we're going to get rid of these 2. Actually, maybe I think we can get rid of 3, actually. Let's find out here quickly. 3 lasers down. That's not a bad start. We're going to go like this and like this. We'll push the button and flare the shock launcher. Little bit of a gap there. Little bit. All right. Otherwise, that should do that. Shock launcher down. let's just use the rest of our GBE on this laser right here. We're still going to have one laser that we're going to have to deal with, but that should get us at least into the ballpark of what we need done. So, do we do anything else? I don't think we do. Shock launchers down, lasers down. Not a bad 2 hits. I mean, not a bad result of the 2 hits. The actual hits themselves were fairly mediocre. Can you have fairly mediocre, or is it... It's kind of like fairly average. Either it's average or it's not, usually. Let's get rid of that laser. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to get rid of this laser, and now it's down to 1 shock if we want to just walk through and not use any smoke whatsoever. Try and keep the skill requirement to a minimum. People, the biggest feedback I get is that people hate lasers. Your smokes are not perfect, so we're not going to force them to be perfect. We're just going to walk straight up to that thing and shoot it in the face. That's the easiest way that I can come up with here for people to take this down. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to drop our rifles like so. Rifle, Zookas. And we're going to shock like this. Keeping everything shocked. Just walking up. And I forgot to remove that back laser. That's what I meant to do. There we go. So now we can just walk up and keep the lasers shocked. I realized that things did not start out quite as well as I would have hoped, but at least we are walking in the right direction, and we should be able to get these lasers down. I hope. I really, really do hope, because already things are starting to go off the rails a little bit, but thankfully shocks are very, very cheap, thanks to the beauty of the tribes. Let's go 1 more shock right in there. Should be able to remove all of the lasers, I hope. Let's get rid of this laser right here. Come on, ladies. There we go. Run away very quickly. Run away. Okay, so ugly, very, very low tech, you might want to call it. But all of the lasers are gone. The rocket launchers are gone. The shock launchers are gone. Should have flared up way, way sooner. Maybe smoked a little bit closer. But bottom line, this is now easy peasy. We've got no lasers left, no rocket launchers left, no shock launchers left. We're done. Like, this is, we could now save the core if we really, really wanted to be crazy about it. We're not going to do that. We're just going to take it down. We will clear from the right, primarily because we need to get some of those shields down, and then we'll open up a nice hole. Now, just be aware, those snipers take a lot of troops very, very, very quickly. So we're going to have to worry about those things once we get nice and close. I'm going to get my rifles walking because we need to get into these defenses. We don't want to be wasting time on crates and things like that. But this is going to be, I said this is a gimme. This is not entirely a gimme. I was overstating things, I will fully admit it. These sniper towers are going to take our troops very, very quickly, as you can see by the fact that we've already lost in the neighborhood of 40 rifles. So I'm just going to keep these snipers shocked. Snipers shoot very, very, very quickly, and I've got a couple of my critters over here that are doing nothing, so we need to get some of those critters out front. This many snipers is dangerous. We had a rogue, I mean not a rogue, a fang the other day with snipers like this, and it was not an easy task. So, am I wasting GBE on these cannons? Probably, but we should be okay. Maybe I should be using Critter Swarm right now. That might be an idea. So far have not used Universal Remote on anything in this attack. Let's just slow things down a little bit. Look how much GBE I have. I did not pay any attention, clearly. Let's get over into here so we're not quite wasting so much GBE on silly, ridiculous things. We've got Universal Remotes out. That should slow the flow of our troop losses a little bit as they start to target critters and sniper towers. That should do it. That should. Look, we are now in a good state here. I mean, we've got lots of the sniper towers down. I think I wasted way too much time on those cannons and things. But you know what? Grapplers are kind of dangerous too. They take troops very, very quickly. So, maybe, you know what? Universal Remote actually, I think, was the right choice here, because they're lasting longer than the critters would against all of these snipers, I think. Nonetheless, here we go. Let's get rid of all of the things. Ooh, Shock Blaster, maybe potentially in range. If I don't have a free snipe here, I'm going to be sad. Let's get back into here. I think we should have a free snipe. I did not check the health of the shield as per my usual forgetfulness. Let's have a look and see if this goes down. Yeah, we got it. There's a nice little free snipe here. Not as easy as I thought it was, though. There were a lot of snipers firing at a lot of times. So I would suggest using smoke to get closer to these lasers. I used way too many shocks trying to walk them up. And your troops waste way too much time on those crates that are around there. But, you know what, let's retreat. Let's speed this thing up. I want to speed this up a little bit. Sitting and watching, I don't know if it's actually going to be sped up or not, but I'm going to check the health of the shield as well. So, takeaways today, no update this week. Supercell doing the smart thing, and I guess it's been delayed. They're going to, and they like to release them on Monday through Wednesday, which is fantastic. There's nothing worse than when an update comes out and people are not available to fix any of the bugs that are around. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to do. I was going to check War Factory for its shield health. What are we at here? Shield was 3 million, so you're not going to solo this without taking some of those shields or making a nice little kill. Actually, I'd like to see a solo in this period. This is going to be a tough one to solo. Maybe down here you could make a nice little kill zone. I don't know. We do not need any rifles. That's a mistake that I tend to make as well. Get rid of your rifles because all they're going to do is walk forward and die. We've got brick loaded now. I think that should be okay. Let's just finish up all 5 attacks. My first couple. I mean, none of these attacks. I kind of. It sounds dumb, but I kind of enjoy when my attacks are mediocre because it makes it so that people realize, yeah, I can probably take this down. If I was to come out here and do a full boost solo on this, it's not going to give a lot of people a lot of confidence in their ability to take it down. So I definitely did not do this on purpose, but it's not the worst thing to have mediocre style attacks when you're trying to put something out that people can copy. So brick, battle orders, battle orders, battle orders, battle orders. Always make sure you use your battle orders earlier as opposed to later. You want to use them when you have the most troops, not after you've started losing troops. I see that a lot where people like go to attack rogue and they get like halfway through and then they use the battle orders. Use your battle orders as soon as you can. That way you have the maximum number of troops doing the maximum number of damage. If you're going to add a multiplier, add it at the highest point, if that makes any sense. Obviously, sometimes you get shields blowing up, which gives you extra GVE, but that's not what I'm talking about here. So, that's it. That's all. No update this week. Yes, Mega Crab next week. Don't touch your resource boat, because you need the gold. I am keeping my gold operation reward sitting here. And by the way, if you have gold operation reward and you want to keep it, the easiest way to do it is just jump out of your task force. You can keep that operation reward forever. Jump out, jump back in, and it stays there. So, little trick that maybe you hadn't thought of. We have one guy who's jumped out of our task force. He doesn't even go hopping. He just jumps out, then comes back in, and it keeps your gold for as long as you need it. So, maybe you want to do that. Maybe you don't. Maybe you have upgrades. Probably not. But that's it. That's all. I'm zmoT. Thanks for coming in. And as always, thanks for clicking on those polls. I'm really enjoying watching the results. Let me know if you think I should share the results more often. And for those of you commenting on my sneaky contest thing, the sneaky contest is over. It's over. I just released the original video after the fact. So hopefully that wasn't too confusing. Thanks for coming in. I'm zmoT. Peace.